All right, I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds here, guys, and then we'll walk through all of the reports here and go through any questions, again, that you guys may have as well as we go through it. All right, guys, I think that we're going to get started. Try to be punctual, and thank you guys for, again, taking a little time out of your day. We're going to just try to take 30 minutes today. And again, what we're going to do is cover all of the reports that are on the top menu here that automatically generate for you. Again, I can't stress enough that those reports, it's not like it's extra work for you. It's just data that is digested by the system, so it'll spit it out in a visual manner so that you guys can see your business quickly and easily and understand it. So again, all you're doing is inputting your business plan, your contracts, and your lead generation activities. So the first report we'll go over is your whiteboard. And the whiteboard is simply a whiteboard that you would have in your office. And again, on the whiteboard, you're going to see all of your listings on the left-hand side and all of your closings and upcoming closings on the right-hand side. And basically how this report works is I have two files open here. So I'm in my file twice. So I'm actually going to go into my business. So here's the whiteboard. I'm going to enter in a new contract listed today, and we're going to watch the whiteboard update right there with that data. So if I go into my business and scroll down to the bottom to enter in a new contract, so if I do a new listing, I'll do active, and we're just going to do 123 Anywhere Drive. The client's name is Tim. We'll do the source is a for sale by owner. And we're going to do the listing date as of, let's do the 17th, and then we'll do an expiration date of, let's just do 12/24 right before Christmas, and we'll do $350,000. So it's going to calculate my commission based off of the 3%. I could change that if I want to, but now if I jump back to my whiteboard, you can see that 13 Anywhere Drive is now at the top of that with 2 days on the market. It expires within 158 days. The price, the GCI, and the source of that business is on there as well. Now the agent that's associated with it, if it's the lead agent, you can just leave it blank. But let's say that Bob Seller actually listed that property and he's getting paid 50%. So we can put that information in there, and then it's going to show that Bob Seller is now the agent associated with that transaction or with that listing. On the left-hand side, there's a little color code indicator. Listed this week if it's highlighted in pink. Listed this month if it's highlighted in that dark gray. So 7/17 is not this week. Let's say we actually listed it on the 19th. That should turn pink because it was actually listed this week. So this is the whiteboard. It's just going to strictly have all of your newest listings, your oldest listings, your closest to expiring listings, and then on the right-hand side are going to be all of your upcoming closings. And again, all of this stuff funnels right from your My Business page. It's just a report that automatically generates for you that takes all of your data and spits it out so you can, again, visually see what really matters in your business right now versus seeing everything that is in, because My Business contains a lot of data, and sometimes if you're looking in here for what you want, it's easier just to go to a report and find out what you want versus trying to find it in the hub where all the contracts are listed. So again, it'll have the address to client. You can change out these dates up on top. The closing date, the day of the week that it's closing on, closes in, the price, and the GCI as well, and then which agent is associated with that transaction. So that's the whiteboard. Very quick and easy report that you guys can pull up. The next report is going to be your sold home chart. So if you go to your sold home chart, this is just going to be that bulletin board that shows you your progress this year. What have you guys all sold this year as a team, as an individual, whatever it may be? All your listings are in red. All your buyers are in blue. It puts the address of that property. It puts the closing date right above it, and then which agent on the team was associated with that transaction. So it shows that we have sold 68. We have 50 homes to sell left to hit our goal of 118. Now, there is a little indicator on here letting you know how are you doing. Are you on pace or are you not? So right now, we are at 68 sales. We should be at 77. That's what that yellow indicator is. And then by the end of July, July 31st, we should be at 83 based off of our business plan and our seasonality. Our destination is 118 by December 31st. And then it shows exactly where we need to be at by the rest of those dates as well. So by August 31st, by September 30th, by October, November, and then there's our destination, the finish line. You do have an option to color code this if you want to by agent. If you have a team, you choose yes, and it will go in there and highlight each of those agents in a certain color. So LeBron James is highlighted in purple, Tommy Agent's in blue, Bob the Seller's in green, Jessica House is in an orange. So we'll just strictly color code those so you guys can identify which agents on your team have sold homes recently and throughout the year. Now, one thing, because people really like this report to put up on their TVs, is in that version 2.0, what we're going to do is put a little leaderboard up on here as well for sales, and you'll be able to choose what you want to show up on that leaderboard. You want to see closed volume, closed GCI. So not only can you see all of your sales, but also who's leading in any category that you want up on that bulletin board that you can have in your office. And another great question that has come up, an idea, is this shows all of our closed transactions throughout the year. But let's say we have 15 pending homes right now. Can we somehow identify those 15 homes so we can see exactly where would we be at with our pending homes if they all closed out? So there's going to be a little integration to be able to see your pendings on here as well. So you can see, hey, you've got 5 pendings. So you can see 69 through 73 look like we're going to have those closed, and it'll have the projected to closing date on there as well. So that's your sold home board. Real quick and easy report to pull up and identify exactly where you're at with your sales this year. The next report is your scoreboard. And the scoreboard, very simple. It's, again, a lot of these reports are very high D, high I, so you guys can quickly come in here and identify your numbers. And what this just shows you right up on top is there's 2 teams. There's your actual business. Where are you at? I've closed $545,000 so far as of July 19th, the third quarter. We're 18 days in. We have 73 days left. Based off my business plan, I should be at 578. So it just lets me know where am I at, where should I be at as of today financially or GCI wise. So I'm down by about $33,000 behind pace. And then in the middle here, I can identify where am I lacking in my business. If it's red, you're behind pace. If it's green, you're ahead of pace. So my GCI, it's red because I'm behind. I should be at 578. My cost of sales, my 1099 income is red as well. I'm at 313. I should be at 361. My expenses and my net income. My net income is actually green, while so I'm ahead of pace on my net income. And the reason why is my expenses are way below my budget of 217. So real quickly, I can identify that I'm actually managing my money pretty well because I'm netting, because obviously that's what really matters is profit, not GCI, not volume. What is your actual profit? Listings taken, green. Listings sold, green. Buyers sold. That's one of my issues that I have right now is my buyers sold are at 30 and I should be at 55. Total sales, and then my average sale price will show up on here as well. And then down at the bottom is all of my income. So I can see exactly what I closed each month in green. The white line represents the goal. And then what do I have for pending income? What is coming up in July and August? I have some money coming in November. I can see that. So real quick and easy report that you guys can identify any weaknesses in your business, and it's just a very easy digestible report for you to see. The next report will be your financial statement. You know, in your financial statement, this is basically going to automatically generate for you. When you input your contracts into the My Business section, all of that data gets digested and placed into your financial statement based off of the types of transactions that you entered in there. So I have listings closed. So based off of in My Business, if I have a listing, I'll just go down to my close here, that's closed, it's going to know listing closed. It's going to take the date, the GCI, and place that into the proper month based on the closing date. buyer income each month, so I can see exactly how much I brought in. When you pay out your cost of sales, it's going to take that money as well and place it into the proper channels. So if you pay out company dollar or split to your office, it'll take that amount of money and place it into the proper month. Royalties, referral fees. Did you pay out any referral fees that month? What did you pay out to your listing agents, your buyer agents? What did you pay out in referral income to other agents? It has your ISAs, your showing assistants. And some people will try to go in here and type in here, and it will not let you type in there because it is going to autofill from your My Business. So it's got 753 that I paid to my ISA, 530 and 1,015, because in my business plan I have somebody labeled ISA, Sally. Her role is an ISA. So anytime I pay her out on a transaction, it knows to place that money into the ISA section of my financial statement. Again, alleviating all those extra steps that you guys have to do to calculate all your numbers. It's going to do it automatically for you. If in your business plan, let's actually go to my business plan. Let's say I changed Sally to an admin. It's actually going to say, okay, well, then Sally is, that money goes into the admin section of the financial statement. So it's going to know exactly what and where to place all of your money. Down, we can go to the next one, which is your one thing report. Now, this was a new report for this year, and the idea of the one thing report was to create some clarity into what do we need to do this month to stay on pace for our business or to get back on pace for our business. So, yeah, we're behind pace, but what do I have to do this month? That gives me some clear focus on what I need to do. So that's the idea of your one thing report. So if you click on your one thing report, make sure you choose your current month of July that we're in. It's going to go in and it's going to take 5 categories of your business and tell you exactly what you need to do this month, either to get back on pace or to stay on pace. So I need to list 9 properties this month. I need to get 45 buyers under buyer representation. I need to sell 7 listings, sell 40 buyers. So the reason why my buyers is so high is because I'm way behind pace on my buyer part of my business. That's why that's so high. I need to close $289,000 in GCI. So choose your month. You can't go to a future month because it doesn't know how to digest it. It has to close out a month. Then it allocates your goals if you're down on anything. So it just shows you real quick here. Listings taken. Year to date, I'm at 41. The goal is 25. I'm plus 16. My buyers, I'm at 55 buyers taken under buyer representation. The goal is 74. I'm down 19. So then it gives me a new monthly goal based off of that deficit that I have. And then it tells me who's responsible in each section. So I have my team members over here. What is their goal and where are they at this month? So it creates that clear focus. Sell listings, 38 is where I'm at. The goal is 23. I'm plus 15. My buyers, I'm behind by 30. So my original goal was to do 10 this month. But now that I'm year-to-date behind by 30, my new goal is 40. So it automatically takes and accommodates for that 40. So giving you that clear focus on what do you need to do this month to get to your financial goals. And then GCI closed as well on the far right. CTE Monthly. So CTE Monthly should be called CTE Fitbit because it's all of your lead generation activities. So you pull up your CTE Monthly report, so when people are punching in their lead generation on their phones, it funnels in here and it automatically plots and generates this report for you live at all times. So I'm looking at the month of July. Who's done what for dials? Nobody's done anything today. This week, this month, who's done what? Contacts made. Today, this week, this month. Nurtures, listing appointments set, held, listing contracts signed, buyer appointment set, held. Now, I want to talk about one thing on the lead generation form. There's an option to type in how many listing appointments did you set today? How many listing appointments did you hold today? On that form, there's not an option to type in how many listing contracts did you sign. The reason for that is if you sign a listing contract and you're on my team, I need to see that listing contract turned into us so we can enter it into my business because that has very important information on it, the price, the contract dates. We need to know that information. We can't just say, yep, you signed a contract and not hear from you. We need to know what the details of that contract are. So obviously we have work we have to do on our team end to manage that transaction as well. So on the lead gen form, that's the reason why there's not an option for that, is that theoretically should be turned in and entered into My Business. Buyer appointment set, held, signed, all of that is on that report. A couple things in the update, you're going to be able to change out like right now you can change the month. You can go back to June and see who did what in June. You can go to any month. The week is locked down, and there's been great ideas of, we have our Monday meetings and we want to look at the prior week, but the week always moves to the current week. So you're going to be able to go back and enter in a prior week and look at that to have your weekly meetings. You know how to get a mobile app again. Oh yes, so the question is, can you tell us how to get the mobile app, the mobile lead generation form? To get that form, it is open to everybody. At one time it was strictly teams, but it is now open to everybody. If you go to mobilecte.com, again, mobilecte.com, you'll fill out a form, then there's a little instructional video on how to get it, and we'll have you guys set up within a day. So that will give you the ability to punch it in right from your phone. So that's your monthly. The next one is, again, I can't stress how important cash flow is in any successful business, is your cash flow. You go to your cash flow report. You can pull up any particular month. I'm looking at the month of July right now, and it's showing me exactly. Green indicates a close money. Blue indicates pending money. So I can see exactly. Is there something that can help me with that? I have watched the video. So Danielle, shoot me an email directly. So just for a little help to get that thing set up. And my email, I'll just type it in here as well. Shoot me an email directly on that, and I'll give you a little bit more help on getting yours set up if there's a question on that. All right, you're welcome. All right, so we're looking at the cash flow report, and so this shows me exactly when is my money coming in. $5,900 coming in on July 19th, which happens to be today. That's still pending. And it shows down at the bottom of this, $5,900 is my GCI, and then of that, how much of it is cost of sales? How much am I never going to see? Because it's either going out to my company, it's going out to team members, it's going out to referral fees, whatever it may be. It calculates that for you and shows you what your net check that you are going to actually put into the bank that day. So $3,700. So I'm not getting $5,900, I'm getting $3,700. So if I don't know that and I start budgeting around, I'm putting in a $5,900 check in the bank, and all of a sudden I'm $2,000 short, I could run into an issue, and obviously we don't want to have that. My money coming in the rest of the month. On the top, it just shows you real quick, what have you closed for GCI this month? What do you have pending? What's your total projected GCI this month? Your cost of sales, that automatically calculates. Your budget, you can change this. This is an open field. You can say we're probably going to be about $15,000 this month. So you can type that in. So it shows you your best case profit. What are you looking for profit this month? And then a fallout profit. Let's say that 20% of our business falls out. It'll recalculate and say, all right, if that happens, you're looking at a $38,000 profit for the month of July. And on the right-hand side is a little pie chart that shows you where is your money going this month. Closed GCI that you're keeping, $28,000. Pending GCI, $34,000. Closed cost of sales is in pink. Pending cost of sales is in orange, and then your expenses are there in red. So you can see exactly where your money's going for the month. And then down below is just basically a profitability meter. Basically, it takes your money. Let's say you have a $15,000. Let's say it's $30,000 for this scenario. Budget's $30,000. So it takes that money and it disperses it out evenly throughout the month. So in that case, it'd be about $1,000 a day for your expenses for the month. And then it basically shows you when will you break profit for the month. And I won't break profit until July 19th. So it just gives you an idea of when you're going to become profitable based off of your closings and distributing your budget throughout the month evenly. So that's your cash flow. The next one is again, all of these reports, again, are automatically generated. There's nothing you're doing on here except for putting in your contracts and lead generation after you've done your business plan. Your lead sources and ROI. I mean, any successful business, we need to know where's our business coming from, how much are we making off of those lead sources, and also how much are we spending on those lead sources. So real quick here, it's my listing lead sources are on top, and then my buying lead sources are down at the bottom. And if I want to customize my lead sources, you just click there, and there's the list. You can change those out, add to that at the bottom, and you'll be able to enter in any lead source that you want to track. So farming is my number one lead source. We've listed 10 homes. We've sold 11. Well, how can you list 10 and sell 11? The reason why you'll see that on some of your reports is because it's showing you how many have you listed this year. Because you may have listed a home that was farming, but the listing date was back in 2015. So it's just showing you what have you actually listed from that lead source this year. What have you sold? You've sold 11. You've made $102,000 and $979,000 investment. And I'll talk about that investment here in a second. But then it shows each month, when did you make money off of that lead source? So we're in the month of July. We haven't made any for about 45 days, it looks like. We did well in May. April, we didn't really do anything. March, it's kind of teetering here a little bit. Obviously, it's our number one lead source. We're not going to stop doing it. But it just lets you know exactly how much money are you making off of these lead sources. Is it worth your time and energy or investment to keep going after that lead source? Are you getting that return? Now, I want to talk about the investment piece here. How that works is in your financial statement, if you choose, like let's say I put in a line item called Google, and I put in that we spent so much money on Google, it will grab that and pull it over here. So I'll show you what that looks like. On the financial statement, you have your operating expenses down at the bottom. You can choose from the drop down. You can type in anything you want. I'm going to type in Google. Let's say I spent $500 in January on Google. If I go back to my ROI, now it's showing up that we spent $500. And lets me know my percent return on my dollar. It's 4,000% right now because we've only spent 500 and we made 20, so obviously. But if I put in 2,500, 3,500, obviously that number is going to grow and that number is going to change. So that is how you can tie in the investment to the ROI. Is on your financial statement, you just type in the same lead source that you have in here. So Zillow. We're a preferred Zillow vendor, whatever it may be. Spend $1,500. So now it shows me exactly how much money I'm making off of that. So that's the lead source and ROI. All right, the next one is your 4 conversations. So when you click on that, that's just a simple contacts, appointments, contracts, close GCI. And it lets you know, and you can choose any time frame you want. So I'm looking at just the month of July. It shows me what I need to do. I could go back to the beginning of the year. It shows me from July or January 1st to July 31st. You can change out those dates to match anything that you want. It shows you what the goal is, where you're actually at in all categories here. Appointments held, converted, contracts written, closed, and the GCI that we need to do this month. So it will do all of that for you on the 4 conversations page. The leaderboard. If you have a team, this is just a great go-to report to see your leaderboard of your team. And it shows 3 categories here: active business, pending business, and closed business. So right now, I want to see who has what active. Well, Tommy Agent has 9 listings, so it's listings and buyers active. 9 for a total of $78,000 in GCI. The team member GCI, so yeah, there's a total of $78,000 in GCI, but how much of it is his, because he has a split with me, the team owner. Of that, $31,000 is his, and $47,000 would be mine, the team owner. LeBron James has 11 active buyers, $62,000, $23,000 would be his, and $39,000 would be mine. You do have the option to hide the owner, so it'll hide that data, so it's just strictly going to show their income, what they have. So you can use that little hide option there if you want to. It'll show pending. Who has what pending? LeBron has 6 pending units, $48,000, $18,000 is his, $30,000 is mine. So I can see all of, and then automatically ranks everybody on here. Again, you have that hide option there as well. So if we don't want to show the owner split, you can hide that. And then the last little section of the leaderboard would be your closed business. So you can change out the date ranges up here as well. and look at a particular month. So if I want to see who's closed what this month, I can go July 1st through July 31st. So LeBron's closed 3 this month for $16,000. His goal is 19. He's made $7,200 this month. I've made $8,800 off of those closings. Bob Seller, $6,000. He made 3. I made 3. So it's a 50-50 split. So you can choose any date range. I go back to the beginning of the year and see exactly totals for the year, and you can customize that however you want on the leaderboard. Team member scorecards. So the leaderboard gives you kind of that blimp view of your team members, but then if you want detail, but all right, I'm having a meeting with one of our agents. So I'm going to go into the team member scorecard, and I'm meeting with Tommy Agent. It has all of his data on this, and you can choose other agents as well. So I can choose LeBron. I can choose, it'll pull up all of their data. So Tommy Agent is the person, and I can walk through, hours spent lead generating. What has he done each month? Contacts per hour. How is he doing? Is he being more productive? Is he getting less productive? How many contacts did you make each month? What was your contact to appointment percentage? I mean, these are some real fierce conversations you can have with your team members because you actually have the hard factual data versus kind of guessing at what they're doing. We want to actually have that hard data. Listing appointments set. How many did you do? Back in March, we probably did have a fierce conversation when you only did 3. We got them back to 9, 11, 13. So we set that, then held. How many did we actually physically hold? Listings taken. How many listings did you actually take each month? These are all key indicators to future business. And if we don't have these activities, then the bottom of this really doesn't matter what your income is, because if you don't do the activities, you're not going to have the results. So you're going to be able to monitor those key indicators to their business, which is going to help them hit their financial goals, which helps you hit your financial goals. Buyer appointments set, held, taken, listings pended. What did you actually pen each month? Buyers pended. Sold listings. What have you actually closed? GCI. And that's their GCI that they kept. Volume, and then sold buyers, and then the total GCI by month. And it also shows them their pending income as well. So if they say, hey, I want to know how much money I have coming up in a future month, boom, you can pull up their report, say, hey, you've got $5,700 coming in July. Right now you have 51 coming in the month of November, and there is a little income chart on top here as well for their income. So you can see each month what they did and their pending income. So right now we are going to talk about August, September, October. We don't have anything in the books for income for Tommy. So we got to make sure that he stays, has income and has life worth living, etc. We can't just let him flounder and then leave the team, and then we have to go through the hiring process again. So that's the team member scorecard. Goals versus actuals. This one, if you're a high D, high I, is probably not your report, but it is factual data. It's just going to show you strictly what did you do, what was the goal, what was the up or down result that month. Did you do it, or what did you say you would do, what did you do? So it highlights the current month in gray, so you can see which month you're in, which is July. Listing contracts taken. What did we actually do? What was the goal, and were you up or down? Listing taken volume. So this is listings that you actually took. How much volume did you take in January? What was the goal? How much did you exceed it by? Buyer contracts taken. So buyer contracts are buyer representation contracts, not written on an actual property. So we want to track that as well. The buyers that we took under volume. Written contracts. How many contracts did we write? What was the goal? Written volume. And this is actually nice on this report here is the closed units. So when you get to the closed section, it shows you what you actually closed each month. And it also, for the future months, it shows you what you have pending, so you can see, yeah, we've closed 7 this month. The goal is 15, but it calculates you with your pendings, so you're actually only off by 2 because you have a total of 13, provided those pendings close. So August, we have 4 pending right now. Our goal is to do 13, so we need to do some work there. But you can see forward at your business. And again, that is one of the most powerful things of this program is how it is so proactive versus reactive. You're always looking forward at your goals. Where are we at for next month? Where are we at for September? Because our business is 30, 60, 90 days away. We can't close a house. We can't meet with a buyer and close a house tomorrow. that has those lags that we have to worry about. And that's where you can see your future business. Closed volume. How much money do we have coming in, or volume do we have coming in those future months? And also GCI as well. So that's that goals versus actual report. Your trends report, again, is just going to basically be very detailed, month by month, your business. What did our team do for lead generation? So it breaks it all down in totals for the team. Just like that team member scorecard where it broke down the individual, now we're actually looking at the entire team, my actual business. What did we do? And I'm going to monitor these top areas more than anything because that is our future business. If this starts dying off, then I know our future income is going to start dying off. So it breaks everything down month by month. And down at the bottom, it actually gives you some cool numbers here. It actually shows you your taxes each month, your percentage of money you kept each month. What did you actually keep of your business? Are you running a lean, mean fighting machine? You know, if you go to family reunion or training and there's two people training, one guy that does $2 million in GCI a year, and he nets $250,000, but then there's a training that a guy does $500,000 and nets $250,000. Who would you rather go see? On the surface, the $2 million producer looks exciting, but if he's netting $250,000, I don't want to model anything after him if I can do that by doing it for $500,000 and a lot less stress and a lot less overhead. So make sure you're keeping your money and monitor that. It'll break it all down for you on that trends report. Percentage is just going to be all of your conversion rates. So listing appointment set to held, buyer appointment set held, listing appointment to listing taken, buyer appointment to buyer taken, listing taken to sold, buyer taken to sold, written to close, list price versus sale price. So it just shows you real quick your conversion rates. GPS, this will show you your entire progress throughout the year. So this is my little demo account, and I was updating my demo account, and that's why I was ahead of pace. So it shows the entire year by day, and if it's blue, you're ahead of pace, and now I'm starting to drop behind pace. It's turning red on me as we are now in July 19th. Here's where I'm at, and I am behind pace. It is now red. So that just shows you your progress to your destination, to your financial goals for the year. And if we go to GPS, we'll jump to the 411. And where the 411 originated from is Gary Keller's tracking device. This is what he actually tracked his goals with. It was 1 year, 1 month, 4 weeks. So it shows you exactly all categories of your business. Actual, number, year-to-date goal, are you up or down? So just kind of clean and simple. And then it shows you what your actual entire year goal is and how far are you from actually reaching your goal for the entire year. And you can put in personal goals on here if you want to as well. So those are open for you to type. But it does listing appointment held, buyer appointment held, your listing appointment to listing taken percentages. All of that stuff is automatically calculated in here for you, and all the way down to the percentage of money that you keep in your business. So right now I'm keeping 33. My goal was 25, which is a bad goal because that means 75% of my money is going out the window. I should not be running a business that way. So I need to look at what I did in my goals. So that is pretty much every report right up on top there in a nutshell. Which ones are you going to use them all? Absolutely not. I mean, some people do. Don't get me wrong. But you're going to use the ones that you love. They're there because every person's different. Everybody wants to look at different numbers. So you have that ability. But find the ones you love, go in there and find that data that kicks out for you. And then the best report, I think, on this whole thing is your homepage. It shows you all of your key numbers. It shows you your live income breakdown down at the bottom, what you closed each month, what you have pending as well down at the bottom. It shows you your little GPS. Where are you at? Where should you be at? Always lets you know if you're on pace to hit your goals or if you're not. So we're 4 minutes over the 30-minute window. Any questions on any of those reports inside of the system, how they're generated, anything you want, I will answer it as best as I can. So I'll give it a little time here to see if any questions come in. And if not, what I'll do again is I will record this video and post this on the social media page as well. So we'll see if anything comes in on this. see. Still nothing in yet. I'm going to hang tight because I know sometimes you get, okay, perfect. Thank you, Diane. The video again. Mandy, so if you go to Facebook, I got to remember I think I got Facebook CTE. No, but CTE Facebook. Let me just verify this real quick. CTEFacebook.com. Join the page and I'll be posting it on there. So if you're not already on that or the group, it's just CTEFacebook.com and it'll bring you right to the page to sign up or to join the group. You're welcome. Thanks, Mandy. All right, I don't see anything else coming in. Again, I'll update you guys. You guys should get notification. The next webinar, I believe, is actually off this next week, but I will send out information on that. Is it possible to view a lead source report on all lead sources even if it hasn't closed yet? Great question. So the question here is, on the lead source return on investment page, it shows, since you don't get, it's the ROI that's driving this page, and since you don't get paid until it closes, it's only showing the closings. Now, that is going to change when I get the update done. You're going to have a toggle switch up here to be able to see your ROI by, you know, what do I have in active ROI? What do I have in pending units by source? So you will be able to see that. In the current version, though, it is just going to show the closed transactions there. So you're welcome. All right, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Thanks again for taking a little time out of your day. I'll get this thing posted. I got to just crop it a little bit so you guys don't get all the lag in there. And I will keep you updated on the future webinar.